Damn, 51-minute video. I'm finna smoke a bowl. Shit.
Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson has kicked MMA Guru to the curb after he was brutally exposed for his hateful, embarrassing, seething cope anti-Muslim comments during his UFC 322 stream, where he was crying and coping and seething as Islam Makhachev dominated Jack Della Maddalena to become welterweight champion. And he said a lot of messed up stuff. We're going to get to it in a second. But now the Mighty Guru podcast is officially canceled. Mighty Mouse really kicked him to the curb, it seems like. But Guru has a different rendition of events. He seems to be rewriting a narrative to say, I quit the podcast. He admits to me making him quit the podcast. That's what he says in his own words. Luckily, there was somebody clipping his live stream earlier as he cried about me over and over and over again. We'll check out a couple of those clips. We'll check that in a little bit. But this guy has been known for essentially farming an audience off of basically hating people on their race, religion, and where they're from. He knows that you can grift to a certain audience, you can attract them, and he's capitalized on that. And nobody really calls him out because he sends his minions after you. He'll be...
Before we go any further, I want to acknowledge a couple things. One, he said he sends his minions after you. I don't know if he sends them or if his fans just love him that much, but he hasn't done a good job of making his fans, you know what I mean, come into all my comments too and get on my ass about shit, telling me he's not racist and all that stuff. So I get it. I don't know if it's him sending his fans or if his fans just love him that much. But what I really want to say is MMA Joey. Okay, let me lay this out for you guys a little bit, because I feel like MMA Joey, he knows Guru very well. He knows his game plan very well. He's laying it out for you. I also feel like MMA Joey has copied this man's blueprint. And I think Joey has copied his blueprint even with what he's saying right now, that he's criticizing Guru, saying he knows how to essentially exploit his viewers by race baiting them, right? That's basically what he just said. Well, this dude, I feel like, recognized that with Guru and took a page out of his book, so to speak. Took a page out of his book. And what am I referring to? I'm referring to something we discussed earlier in the stream, okay? Which is... Do I still have it bookmarked? I don't, but I can pull it up in a second. Just give me one. Right? Because he's highlighting that the MMA Guru knowingly, I guess, farms viewers by race baiting, right? Taking the lowest hanging fruit. Okay, that's fine. Well, MMA Joey, right? Here's a tweet that's gone, not viral, but I've seen it, and I think it's very important. Somebody asked, this was asked to Grok after Joey started doing some of his shit, right? C1120. So this was asked yesterday after the whole cancellation of the Mighty Guru podcast was announced. 2:33 p.m. I think Mighty Guru podcast was announced. It was canceled at like noon yesterday, around that time. So a couple hours after the announced cancellation, somebody goes, Grok, is MMA Joey making fun of child molestation when he mentions Sandusky? Grok says, yes, invoking Jerry Sandusky while mocking a Penn State wrestler's takedown defense directly references the child molestation scandal for shock value. It's a crude jab tying the fighter's background to the abuse allegations against Sandusky. Such humor thrives in MMA's edgy circles but skirts close to insensitivity. So let's see the context of which he used Sandusky's name while celebrating Bo Nickal's loss. Initially, I didn't catch it because I'm not fucking trying to farm a fan base off of this edgy ass shit. You feel me? So I don't even fucking think like this. But after seeing what I just read to you guys, it was brought to my attention that, oh, maybe he did say something controversial in this video. So I rewatched it to see if he mentioned Sandusky, and he does. Okay? So the same thing he just spent the first minute of his video criticizing Guru for. I also think he studied Guru to the point where he saw this is how Guru's being successful. I want to try to replicate it in some type of fashion. Maybe not as much, but I think that's what this was.
Jim! Bo looks like he's ready to quit! Bo looks like he's ready to quit! Let's go! Oh, another knee to the body. Bo's ready to quit, I'm telling you. This spoiled little bitch ain't built for it. I've been telling you. For years. Expose him. He's ready to quit. Look at him. He's ready to quit. He's ready to quit. Pepper him up. Pepper his little pussy ass up. Oh, he finally decides to throw it back. Yeah, get finished by Day Ritter. Get tagged. Oh, yes. 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 He finished that little bitch, boy. Yeah, Penn State boy. Take that, Penn State boy. Oh, Sandusky can't save you now, Bo. All that wrestling. All that talking about Chimaev.
So the Sandusky can't save you now. So, I mean, I don't even know the story about Sandusky, so I guess we can read it. Penn State child sex abuse scandal. The Penn State child sex abuse scandal concerned allegations and subsequent convictions of child sex abuse committed by Jerry Sandusky, an assistant coach for the Penn State Nittany Lion football team. Over a period of at least 15 years, the scandal began to emerge publicly in 2011 and broke in early November 2011 when Sandusky was indicted on 52 counts of child molestation stemming from incidents that occurred between 1994 and 2009. Sandusky was ultimately convicted on 45 counts of child sex abuse on June 22nd, 2012, and was sentenced to a minimum of 30 years and a maximum of 60 years in prison. Of the 10 victims who were listed, only 8 appeared at trial. All were over the age of 18 by the time they testified. 6 were over 21. Tom Berry, wow, that guy was doing a spot-on reaction of a Guru fight commentary. Yeah, it seems like he studied Guru and tried to reenact him. You know what I mean? And I also think he, MMA Joey, MMA Guru. If you look at their Twitter, if you look at their Twitters, MMA Joey got that little graphic, right? That little face graphic. Look at Guru. He got the face graphic too. So it's like, tell me you got inspired by Guru without telling me you got inspired by Guru. The impression, the name, the profile picture. I mean, it's all adding up. My biggest thing, what I really just want to kind of like be thorough about though, is I don't fully, if I'm just keeping it a buck, right? I don't fully understand how Grok is right here. Jerry Sandusky, while mocking a Penn State wrestler's takedown defense, directly references the child molestation scandal for shock value. Like, I don't know. I didn't read anything about... I don't know. Again, this is where they toe the line. This is what him and Guru are doing, right? They toe the line, and it's hard to fucking speak on it because they virtue signal a little bit, but then they don't fully explain it. You know what I mean? All he says, Sandusky can't save you now, right? But I think we all know what he was trying to say. But sometimes it's hard to comment on because they don't fully go in. They just go in enough to raise the question. But it doesn't look like any wrestlers were like abused by Sandusky. That's what I really wanted to know, if any wrestlers were abused. But it looks like it was football players and shit. But yeah, I don't know what he means when he says Sandusky can't save you now. What does he mean when he says Sandusky can't save you now? I don't know. Let's just continue.
He'll send his minions in your comments, your live chat, in your comments on your videos to attack you on Twitter, to attack you on Instagram. He has this large fan base of basically incel teenagers who hate people based on their race, religion, nationality, whatever, and he sends them out. And so a lot of people don't want to speak up, and then you have other content creators who want a portion of what he has. They look at him, they're like, oh my God, he has over 200,000 subs. I want a piece of that. So instead of ever saying, you know what, I think this is messed up, they're like, oh yeah, man, Guru's cool, man. He's based, bro. Guru's so based. And finally, I saw this clip from UFC 322. I don't talk about this guy. I don't watch this guy. I see this clip I posted it on Twitter. It goes viral. It goes insane. And now the show's canceled. Now that's essentially the synopsis. That's a really brief version of what happened. But I want to start off with this because we're going to brutally expose this clown in this video, because now he's playing the victim. Now he wants to cry and say, oh, I'm being canceled. I'm being canceled because there's too many pussies out there, man. There's too I'm being canceled. He's playing the victim card, because that's what a lot of these people like to do. They like to blow their little dog whistle, and then when someone says, hey, you know what? I don't really like that, man. I think that's kind of messed up. They're like, I didn't even say anything. I was just joking, instead of just owning it. You got to be a little bitch and play victim. So I want to start off with this. This is the Mighty Guru show that has a very interesting sponsor. Okay, let's take a listen. Let's take a listen.
What's going on, guys? This episode of the Mighty Guru podcast is sponsored by Prize Picks. Now, Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports game played directly from your phone or your computer. It's very simple. Go to your...
So Prize Picks was sponsoring this type of stuff. This type of person. We'll let it go until he shows up.
Your app store, download Prize Pick. When you do that, use our promo code Mighty Guru. New users, you play $5 and you get...
All right, let me see if I can skip ahead a little bit. I can't listen to this clown anymore. Let's skip ahead.
Guru, how'd you do, brother?
I made the rookie mistake of going for more in Erin Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez, where Blanchfield got a finish in the second round. I took it for more than 2.5 total rounds. I took the Shevchenko-Zhang.
Is this scripted? Is this shit scripted? This is the first time I've seen this show. I swear this is scripted. They're like, oh, Prize Pick. They're really selling to you guys betting on Erin Blanchfield fights. That's what they're selling to you guys. Prize Picks is sponsoring these guys. And I just really want to point that out, because people say, I'm getting these guys canceled. Well, Prize Picks is a gambling company that's making money off of them. And they don't care what Guru says. They don't care that he says these extremely hateful, disgusting things on Twitter or on live streams. They don't care. But yeah, they're pushing bets on Erin Blanchfield's fights. I mean, if the rest of this video doesn't make you dislike these guys, because I'm going in on Mighty Mouse as well, Minnie Mouse as well, Demetrious Johnson, the clown. I think he's almost more of a clown in all this, but we'll get to that.
That's crazy though, because I've been more on Demetrious's ass than MMA Guru's ass too. I think Demetrious low-key is kind of a clown coming out of this. I just need you guys, if you can help me out. If you guys can help me out, I'm asking for help right now. Tell me, some of the significance for the Sandusky comment homie made. If anybody can explain to me, what's the significance of Joey saying, Sandusky can't save you now, Bo? Like, I just don't... I get that Sandusky is accused of grooming kids and sexually assaulting like 23 kids from his school. But I'm just wondering what does it mean when he says Sandusky can't save you now? Like, somebody help me out. Maybe I'm missing something.
We're going to expose this guy badly because he's playing victim now. So anyway, let's check out the tweet. This tweet ended up getting 2 million views. I saw these clips. People had told me about these clips, and I thought they were disgusting. I thought they were despicable. And I said, you know what? Nobody ever calls this motherfucker out. Especially nobody in the space, because they're scared of backlash. But guess what? I don't want his community. I don't care about his community. I don't care if they come into the comments and, oh, bro, you're soy, you're this, you're that. I don't care. Don't give a rat's ass about them. They're going to be all in the comments of this video. Don't care. Don't care at all. So I tweeted this out. We're going to read what I had to say in a second, but let's listen.
Go for any...
Oh, it's at the end somehow.
Don't let him finish it, Jack. It's the new moral victory. Send in the nukes, dude, right at that cliff where they're fucking their cousins year after year, the ugly inbred cunts.
This dude is calling other people ugly. Send in the nukes to Dagestan. I mean, that isn't the craziest thing he said, but still despicable, disgusting. Okay, but it is what it is.
Go, Jack. Get back up. I know it's just their culture, but hey, this is really fun. Round 5's coming up. Come on, Jack. Let's get that mew on again. Let's mew. We're mewing in this 5th round.
There's no doubt in my mind this is like 13-year-olds to like 17-year-olds watching this content. I don't even know what that means. Let's continue.
Let's go. Let's go. Dominated? Yeah, you're ugly and inbred as fuck, dude. You're inbred little rodents, dude.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to acknowledge what Dylan said. Not going to lie, I feel like Joey is just mentioning Sandusky because he thinks it adds shock value and believe that it alone hurts Bo Nickel. Okay, so he's basically just saying Sandusky can't save you now. because of Sandusky's scandal and the fact that Sandusky comes from Penn State, which is where Bo graduated from. Okay, I get it. So it was more of a throwaway comment, but again, he's kind of like stepping his foot on the line, but he's not going overboard on it to where you can really condemn him. He's just fucking touching it. He's just fucking, you know what I mean? Touching it for a second. So I get it. He didn't say anything too crazy, but he said it for shock value, which is the same thing he tried to criticize Guru for to begin this fucking 51-minute video. That was the first thing he criticized Guru for.
Round 5 coming up. I don't care.
If you're a fan of a Muslim fighter, you must be Muslim, therefore you must be inbred, therefore you must be a rat as well. But that's not the worst of it.
Inbred little rodents, dude. You gotta force women to have sex with you or they wouldn't. Fucking freaks.
So basically now all Muslims or all Dagestanis are, you know what, rapists. I wonder if this guy was hard on Conor McGregor. I'm sure he was, right? I'm sure he was, right? But I don't know. I should have looked into that. But let's continue.
Here we go. Round 5, dude. Ugly inbred little rodents, dude. Cry at a border. Bitches. Crying in my chat. Round 5. Go cry at a border.
Go cry at a border. It's very clear what that means. What's going on in the Middle East? People trying to escape a war-torn country. Go cry at a border. If he wasn't very clear right there. Okay, if maybe you want to think I'm making stuff up, because that's what he's implying now, that I'm making stuff up. Let's listen to some more.
Let us in. Let us in. Here we go. Round 5.
Crying at a border to be let in a country. What do you guys think he is referencing there? What do you guys think he's referencing there? I know there's going to be people defending me. Oh, he's talking about immigration. He's being very clear what he is referencing there. But people like this, they like to say they're...
If he's talking about, I mean, guys, I don't know all this stuff. These guys are, like I said, these are the guys who make a career off of this type of shit, not me. You know what I mean? Think about fucking, I don't even know the guy's first name, Sandusky. Like, I wouldn't, like, if I was hating on somebody, Sandusky would be the last person that pops in my head because I'm not like these guys. So, but to ask the question, because he's trying to ask it, but he's not answering it. Let us into the country, right? Go cry at a border, let us in. If he's talking about Palestinians, what border are Palestinians waiting at asking to get let in? Somebody drop it in the chat if you got it. But like, I didn't know that the Palestinians were trying to get into another country. And I'd be damned if the Palestinians are trying to get into Israel. I think that'd be the last border the Palestinians are waiting at. So he's trying to insinuate this, but he's not saying the words. I gotta say the words. So yeah, you're insinuating he's telling Palestinians, go wait out a border, let me in the country. So my question is, what border are the Palestinians waiting at, if any border? I haven't heard that. I didn't hear that the Palestinians are trying to escape and are begging to get let into a certain country. Somebody tell me. I don't know the jokes these guys are making to some degree. So all I can somewhat do is ask a question. I mean, I can Google it. I'll Google it while the video's playing.
Racist shit. They like to say they're shit talking stuff about other religions. And then when they're called out for it, they're like, nah, that's not what I meant. They leave a little bit, just a little bit, like, oh, I can back off of that. That's not what I meant. I was joking. Come on now. And that's what people like this do.
Didn't I just say that this guy did this about Sandusky? Didn't I just get done saying that this guy said this about Sandusky? Okay, then.
They're kind of afraid to really say it with their chest. But they say just enough. I mean, this was really clear in my opinion. But he gave just enough where he could say, no, that's me. No, I'm not talking about that. Go cry at a border. Let us in. Let us in. Now, I posted this full clip. People can interpret it how they want. They can hear it with their own ears and make up their own minds about it. But I'm going to tell you what I interpreted it as in a second, but we'll continue.
Let's go, Jack. Cousin fucking force women to fucking marry him as children, freaks.
So now every Muslim is a pedo. Every one of them is inbred apparently as well. And also go cry at a border, because we'll hear that some more.
Ugly little rodent freaks. Finish him, dude. Just finish him with an arm lock or whatever you want to do, you gaylord. Fucking little freak. Retard, bruv. He's trying to snap his arm here. JDM trying to get his arm out of this position. Gets out of it. Volk beat him. Wasn't 4-1. It was 4-1 Volk.
Okay, so I found something as far as if Palestinians are waiting at a border. And so this is what I found. One second. So apparently, it says the United Nations and experts say that Palestinians in Gaza are at risk of famine, with reports of increasing numbers of people dying from causes related to malnutrition. Yet Israel says hundreds of truckloads of aid are waiting at the border for the UN to distribute in Gaza. On Thursday, Israel's military took journalists to the Gaza side of the Kerem Shalom crossing, where hundreds of boxes of aid were on pallets filling a huge lot. So that's the only thing I can see as far as the border is maybe Palestinians are crying at a border trying to get, aid from these trucks. That's the only connection I can make. And I'm talking about Guru saying, go cry at a border somewhere, let us in, let us in. I still don't know what he means when he says, let us in. You know what I mean? He could be talking about other people because there's nothing here that's saying that the people from Gaza are trying to leave. Nothing says they're trying to leave.
Makachev laying on top again. Everyone pretending they enjoy it. Cry at a border in chat. Cry at a border. Keep spamming. Cry at a border.
Cry at a border, cry at a border, cry at a border. He said it 7 times.
So I think cry at a border means what I just said. They're at the border waiting for aid from these trucks because people are dying of malnutrition. So he's saying cry at a border because the Palestinians are trying to get aid. That's the best connection I can make. Let's see if Joey wants to contextualize it for us.
I'll leave it up to your guys' interpretation.
Motherfucker. Fucking explain it. Motherfucker. Fucking explain it. You're hopping on a 51-minute video. Explain the shit then. Nothing more I hate than this shit. Where'd I get Palestine out of this? Because that's what MMA Joey says. MMA Guru is talking about when he says go cry at a border. That's where I got it from, Tyler. MMA Joey is claiming Guru saying, he's talking shit about Palestine when he says go cry at a border. So that's where I'm getting it from. Where do you get Palestine out of this? This guy is using confabulation to make a point. It isn't Palestine specific. In my opinion, he's talking about Muslims in general and them trying to get into other countries. All right, let's continue watching.
You guys think? I'll give you my opinion here in a second. This really truly encapsulates the dumb-ass MMA fans that pick fights based on religion and root for fighters or root against fighters based on their religion. And there's some cases where it's like, oh, okay, I kind of get it, whatever. This guy has truly taken his mask off, and apparently he's been doing this for years. It shows that no matter what fight it is, if the fighter is a Muslim, he has a massive problem with it. And I can tell right away because he's acting like Islam is boring. You could say this wasn't the greatest performance, but acting like Islam historically is boring. And also, I was like, you know what? I wonder what he thought of Bryce Mitchell's last performance. We'll check that out in this video as well. But you saw the comments, okay? Now I'm going to read you what I posted with this. This ended up getting 2 million views, and that's why the Mighty Guru podcast was canceled. This is what I said. MMA Guru was so disgusted with Islam becoming welterweight champ, he proceeds to taunt Muslims about women and children being bombed in Palestine. I knew MMA Guru was the Dylan Dennis of MMA YouTube, but I thought he was playing a character. Quote, send the nukes, go cry at a border, end quote, is despicable. Just goes to show you can capitalize on an MMA fan base by being Islamophobic, xenophobic, racist, and just an overall bigot. Guys, I hate to tell you, this is facts. This is facts. This is how he's garnered the community that he has. There's people that look for this online. And what I say right here, you guys can interpret for yourself. That's what it really seemed like he was discussing. He's backtracking out. No, that's not what I meant, man. That's not what I...
Tyler, this is where the Palestine thing came from, because this tweet right here where he says Palestine. Taunt Muslims about women and children being bombed in Palestine.
I was saying this dude's lying about me because it's a dog whistle. He wants to gaslight you. No. But it's so clear as day. And he's doing it for a particular audience. And you have the failed MMA media who don't really talk about this type of stuff, nor really care about this type of stuff, but they're not putting out any hard-hitting journalism anyway. And then you have MMA content creators who want a piece of his audience. And then basically you have this go unchecked. And he's really metastasized this in the MMA community, where now every time there's a fight, people are basically picking sides and shitting on certain fighters and making up fake narratives based on religion. You know how dumb that is? It's just crazy to me. And this really represents the MMA community, a large portion of it. And you can pander to these people. People like, Joey, you have no following. There's people flexing Guru's numbers now. Guru has so many subs, man. He gets so many views. You were flexing another man's followers. You were flexing another man's views. And if your entire self-worth...
Bro's ears are moving so much. What? Look at his ears. Homie's ears are fucking moving while he's talking.
...is based on clicks and views and subscribers, you have a really sad, pathetic life. And if you truly hate a fighter or make up a narrative about a fighter strictly based on the fact that you don't like their religion, you are a dumb bitch. And somebody should have called this out. And when I seen this, when people told me about this, I thought it was disgusting. I said, you know what? I'll post it on Twitter. Nowhere in here did I say, cancel the MMA Guru. Get him off Mighty Mouse's show. Now, there's some people that said that. We'll look at...
I know you guys like Guru, so you don't like it if I ever say anything bad about Guru. But the one thing so far that I will agree with Joey about is it does seem like Guru doesn't like Muslims. It does seem that way. If you guys want to shoot him some bail, let me know. Again, I don't watch Guru that much, but based off of the things I've been seeing and hearing, it seems like he doesn't fuck with Muslims very much. But like I said, bro 100% dyes his beard. He looks inbred to me. All right, but let me know, seriously, boys, do you guys think that MMA Guru doesn't like Muslims? Because, I mean, it does seem like he doesn't really like Muslims, if I'm keeping it a buck.
Some of the reposts. I mean, some of the reposts were harsh. MMA Guru's family, when they hear a gunshot in the basement, that's crazy. I've been watching fights for a long time, and no matter if the person I'm rooting for is winning or losing, these sorts of thoughts never cross my mind regarding race, religion, etc. These are gladiators stepping in there for our entertainment. These comments are outrageous. They are. Guru's popularity to me is so unbelievably cringe. He is a loser, always crying and pissing himself, watching fights just because he can talk shit behind a screen. MMA fans like to glaze him and call him funny. Those are teenagers. And this goes on and on. I mean, this really goes on and on. I could sit here and go through it all day. It's probably thousands of responses at this point. Okay? And then you basically...
But okay, Def hates them. Okay, and then to respond to Jew as well, saying he does not like Muslims, but I mean, it's all good. Nobody said he had to. And he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, right? But spewing out that hate speech, right, on a group of people that you dislike, it gets a little bit messy. It just gets messy. You know what I mean? You're just opening it up for this kind of thing. That's what I would say. You're opening it up for this conversation to be had when this conversation wouldn't be had if you just disliked Muslims in private, right? Or at least kind of toned it down a little bit instead of saying send a bomb at the mountain and shit like that. I guess that would be my take. He doesn't have to like Muslims, but I mean, he's being very extroverted about his dislike towards them and his disdain. And he's almost, influencing his chat not to like him either.
We have the announcement of the cancellation of the Mighty Guru show. Guru tweeted this out. I was fine with you pussies on here acting like I was a murderer because I called someone inbred and told some guy spamming my live chat to go cry at a border, but now you are targeting DJ. I'll drop the news early. The Mighty Guru show is over. DJ stood his base, video dropping soon. By the way, DJ did not stand his base. DJ is pathetic and an embarrassment, by the way. I get it. A lot of pussy bitch victims on here crying about a donation from 2019 and words on a live stream. But the quote, how does DJ collaborate with this guy, end quote, stuff gotta stop. We spoke right after the pod dropped about it. I messaged him the other day saying, I'm good to back down. We're going to break down what actually happened in a minute. Okay. I'm going to show you guys what actually happened because I really feel like he's trying to write the narrative, but really he got kicked to the curb. Mighty Mouse kicked him to the curb because they didn't like a lot of the comments that he was making, and it became no longer monetarily beneficial for Mighty Mouse because that's all he gave a rat's ass about. So we kicked him to the curb. But we'll get to that in a second. I want to show you my tweet.
I think we all agreed earlier in this podcast that it was a financial decision for Mighty Mouse. It was more financial than it was as far as like protecting his relationship with the Muslim fighters.
responding to this because a lot of people took this the wrong way. So you're telling me Minnie Mouse and the Islamophobe got canceled because of their horrible views and people are blaming me because everyone was coming at me for this. Maybe nobody wanted to watch a fighter fake laughing, desperate for acceptance into the community so badly, clout chased a Muslim hating, xenophobic racist. Never tried to quote cancel end quote Guru. I just called out some disgusting behavior because he represents a decent sized portion of the MMA community. That is all facts. People were like, oh, he's talking about views. I just posted a screenshot of their last show. It's got 350,000 views. You can see it right there. People are like, man, views, bro, you only get a couple thousand. This was actually great rage bait now that I think about it, but that's not what I was saying. They espouse, or he really espouses these terrible views, whether it's a character or not. And finally, people were like, oh, you know what? I don't like this. And Minnie Mouse thought, oh, you know what? Guru's popular in the community. I have a certain subset of the community. Let me combine with him. I can make money off of him. I can help get more attention to my channel off of him. We can work together. But now it's affecting his pockets because fighters aren't going to want to do interviews with Demetrious Johnson when he's platforming a fucking clown like this, when he's having a dude like this on his channel. So now that it's getting attention, it's not that he did this. It's not that Guru said this. It's not that he said these hateful things. Mighty Mouse does not get an out of this. It's that it was garnering attention that was making Demetrious Johnson look bad. That's what this was all about, okay? But we're gonna check it out for ourselves because Guru dropped a video. I'll link this down in the description. This is a 46-minute video about him talking about what actually happened between him and Mighty Mouse. And in the first clip I'm going to show you, he's making himself out to be a hero.
I just got to say, when Joey says that that Mighty Mouse didn't really give a shit about the things Guru says, he only cares because he was getting backlash, that's kind of what I've been saying. You know, Demetrious does only care because he's been getting backlash. He doesn't really give a shit about what Guru has to say. He honestly doesn't care. He only cares because he got backlash. And I guess, like Tom Berry said, DJ thinks Guru is funny as hell. His Jewish producer didn't like it. Yeah, so Tom Berry, I pretty much just said what you said. Tyler says, Jelous Joey. Mighty Mouse, I want to say it one more time. Mighty Mouse doesn't give a shit about the controversy, bro. Mighty Mouse is just appeasing the people in the comments, the people in his mentions. And that's why I think it's low-key spineless.
The hero. I'm a hero. I ended the show. I'm a hero. I wanted to protect Mighty Mouse. Let's listen.
MMA Guru's affiliated with Demetrious Johnson. Demetrious Johnson's platforming this guy. How does Demetrious Johnson affiliate with this guy? And know in my heart, I'm going to do this again at some point. I'm going to call some fighter gay again. I'm going to call some guy inbred again. I'm going to do this again. There's no stopping me, okay? I will continue. I ain't never going to stop doing it.
And also he minimizes everything. He said, I'm going to call somebody gay. I'm going to call somebody inbred. That's not all. That's some crazy shit in the past. Makes fun of people's children, which we're going to get to in a second.
Guys, okay? It's just in me. And I can't have Demetrious Johnson's great legacy getting dragged through the dirt. So I stepped down. Basically after this podcast dropped. We had a conversation, and even before the podcast as well, we had a beginning of a conversation about this where I was basically told, you need to stop calling them names. And DJ's absolutely in the right for this. There should be no hatred towards Demetrious Johnson here. And I can't stress that enough. He didn't really know what kind of animal he was getting in it with. You know what I mean? Like, this is you're in my world, friend. You know?
We're gonna come back to this later, okay? Because he's saying Mighty Mouse didn't know what he was getting involved in. So you're telling me he has this channel, he makes all this money off of, he gets all these views. He didn't do any basic research? He didn't see any of the viral clips of Guru acting like a fucking clown year after year? He didn't see those? But what he's saying right here is Mighty Mouse didn't like the things that he was saying and asked him to stop so they could continue the podcast. And Guru said, I can't do that. Which actually I respect more than I respect Mighty Mouse. So Guru had to leave, but Guru has to frame it in a way that it doesn't make Mighty Mouse look like a little bitch, but also makes him look better. Rather than saying, Mighty Mouse kicked me off the show because I was too inappropriate. He said, look, I decided to step down because Demetrious was getting too much hate because of me. That's essentially what he's making it out to be. And we're going to listen to a little bit more. We're going to skip ahead because there's plenty more proving that point. You'll see in a second. Let's continue.
He's hanging around Team Habib, and I'm calling him inbred. And then he's going to do the show with me. And he was just telling me, like, that can't happen. Fair. Very fair. That was our conversation. He was just saying, like, I'm good friends with Marab now. You know that, right? This was before. You can't keep doing that. And then there's even other stuff that was going on. And this has been building. And there was the Raja Jackson thing, which, you know, it's just like little things that just kept adding on and on and on. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. I've never had a mindset where an allegiance to someone is going to stop me from saying what needs to be said, in my opinion.
Sounds like he's about to cry, by the way. Demetrious Johnson told him, stop what you're doing or I'm throwing you off the show. And what Guru said is, you can't fire me, I quit. And to make everyone look good, to make everyone look like, it's not like I got fired from a show. My show got canceled. Demetrious kicked me off and Guru's little minions going to attack him.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. This dude's video is low-key annoying so far. And all he doing is fucking reiterating other people's opinions off of X and shit like that. Like what he just said, which I already low-key forgot about. He's just repeating like a tweet.
My opinion?
Sounds like he's about to cry, by the way. Demetrious Johnson told him, stop what you're doing or I'm throwing you off the show. And what Guru said is, you can't fire me, I quit.
How many people have you seen making posts like, oh, Guru said you can't fire me, I quit? Bro, give your own fucking opinion, number one. And number two, Demetrious Johnson did not say, or I'm kicking you off the show. He did not say it like that. That's just my opinion. I don't think Demetrious said, or you're kicked off the show. I think it was a discussion. It was probably going that way, and Guru just jumped the gun on it. But I don't think the conversation got that far yet. But what do you expect from this dude? This dude not going to keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Joey talks in tweets sounds about right. No, straight up. This dude's literally just repeating narratives I've been seeing online all day. Like, shit. You should have hopped on and done your video earlier. All these guys, they be doing these videos. Make a fucking live stream, bro. But you know, they're editing. It's not all genuine.
And to make everyone look good, to make everyone look like, it's not like I got fired from a show. My show got canceled. Demetrious kicked me off and Guru's little minions going to attack him. This is the story that he came up with. And it's very clear. If you watch this full video, which I watched the majority of it, oh my God, it was horrible to get through. That's basically what he's saying. I'm gonna show you a couple more clips. We're gonna skip ahead to some more here because there's plenty to check out from this video. Because this dude's just the ultimate clown. He's just basically simping for Mighty Mouse the entire time. Please don't hate on Mighty Mouse for kicking me to the curb. He didn't want me on the show anymore. Please don't hate on him, my little minions.
You have to keep me.
Because by the way, MMA Guru's fan base doesn't like someone like Mighty Mouse, no matter how bad Mighty Mouse wants them to.
On to not get backlash from my fan base. Very important that we don't fucking be a pussy like these fucking losers on Twitter right now talking about, oh, we caused this, we cancelled this. No one cares about you fucking gaylords, dude.
We caused this, we canceled this. Remember, nobody cares. Nobody cared. I definitely didn't cause this, right? There's no way Guru actually said it with his own mouth that I caused this, right? Had him crying, had his show canceled, had him crying on stream because Mighty Mouse kicked him to the curb. There's no way I did that. Anyway, let's continue. The next clip I'm going to show you is basically the ultimatum that he got. He got told, listen, you got to shut your fucking mouth or I'm canceling the show. And he said, you can't fire me. I quit, Mighty Mouse.
And yeah, that's what it was. And then DJ said, let's put the show on ice. I know you're going to say some more unhinged things down the line.
I mean, tell me, does that not prove it right there? He just read that. Apparently it's a message. Let's put this show on ice. You're going to say.
It's like I said, it's not like this guy said. That's why I find this guy annoying to listen to. You know what I mean? Because he's full of shit, bro. He's full of fucking shit. He's full of fucking shit, bro. Look at this face. Look at this face. Sometimes you just gotta take a minute and look at this guy's face and just judge him a little bit. You know what I mean? This dude's full of shit, bro. He's trying to put out these narratives to you guys when he doesn't need to do that, bro. Just fucking react to it. And you're also spending the first 20 minutes of the video talking about like DJ. Like you got the issue with Guru, right? So fucking get to it, bro. Get to all the shit you want to criticize. Oh wait, we've already been down this route, right? We already been down this route. There's not much to criticize. The Chito Veradaughter stuff was foul. Guru did admit to it. It was foul, and he made no excuse for it. Okay, fine. Guru did downplay and minimize what he said about forcing Islam forcing women to have sex with him. He actually didn't mention that at all when he was going over the list of things he said. Why didn't he go over that? Because he knows it's controversial and he's trying to leave that out. He's manipulating his fans a little bit, talking about Guru. Okay? So I'm really the only one who's in the middle here. You got Guru trying to fucking do a little bit of convincing here and there, but he kept it a buck for the most part. I'll keep it real. But he did do a little bit of convincing as far as saying DJ not a bad guy. He don't deserve no blame. Him leaving out the fact of him what he said about Islam forcing women to have sex with him. You know what I mean? He was leaving some stuff out. So neither of these guys are really keeping it a buck. And again, just look at this guy's face. You really think this guy's going to tell you the truth? He's over here trying to sell you a narrative that DJ kicked his ass off the podcast. Straight kicked his ass off. When, like I already said, bro, It was a discussion they were having. It was probably going that direction, but there was no conversation of like, oh, stop doing this or you're fucking done. Guru just basically sped it up and said, nah, we could be done. Joey has no real opinion. He just goes with the public opinion for views. He's been called out on this by his own fan base too. I mean, I could tell.
Say some more unhinged things down the line. I think we've established pretty clearly that Mighty Mouse kicked him off the show. That's pretty clear.
And it'd have to get toned down to like a 2 if we were going to continue, which is the ultimatum, to which that's it. That's the end. So I said, I'm going to get a video out of this 100%.
So there you go. And then he laughs it off. The reason I wanted to show you this portion of the video is not to actually hate on Guru here. Mighty Mouse knew what he was getting involved in. And because it was making him money, he didn't care that Guru said outlandish things about Muslims or black people. You know, you mentioned the Raja Jackson situation or anybody else. He didn't care what kind of hateful rhetoric Guru spewed on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, as long as it was making him money and people weren't giving him any backlash. But the second it started to hurt Mighty Mouse's pocketbook, okay, he said, nah, we gotta put the show on ice, man. I can't get any fighter interviews if I do this. People are gonna be mad at me if I do this. There's a tweet going viral on Twitter with 2 million views from some handsome guy named MMA Joey. I'm gonna have to boot you off the show. So Mighty Mouse deserves a lot of hate for this, and like a ridiculous amount of hate for this, because he knew what he was getting involved in when he started this podcast. And the fact it's only lasting 2-3 episodes, because now he's getting backlash, dude, you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. So I have no respect for Mighty Mouse at all. He tried to pander to a certain group in the MMA community, and now that it's affecting him monetarily in not a beneficial way, he's I can't do it anymore. And then basically Guru's just trying to defend him because he doesn't want to make himself look bad either. It's an absolute...
I think it ultimately came down to not the fighters for DJ. I think it ultimately came down to money and, like all the boys have been saying, his producers. I think his producers, this is a pure assumption. This is a pure assumption that DJ's producers, being Jewish, have a low-key vendetta against him, and they wanted him out, and DJ listened. That on top of the whole narrative of we can't do sponsorships, it was corporate talk. I think the producers came to DJ and said, look, man, we can't, get sponsorships with this type of stuff. He does hate rhetoric. He speaks on the Muslims. He spoke poorly about Jews and this and that. And we got to do something about Guru. He can't keep saying this stuff. So, yeah, I think it came down to sponsorships and his producers kind of pushing him in that direction to dropping Guru.
Disgrace. Mighty Mouse should be ashamed of himself. And really, it's an embarrassment of Mighty Mouse. And it's a
I don't think it had to do with the fighters anymore. I really don't.
Stain on his entire name that should follow him around the rest of his YouTube career. Anyway, one more clip I want to show you from this video. Okay, this is very important because I've seen people saying this on social media, and I'm going to completely just rebuke this immediately. Okay, so Guru essentially in this video defends the hateful, disgusting comments that he makes by saying Instagram comments. There's Instagram comments with gifts, man. There's a couple hundred Instagram comments. Let's just listen.
Man, I'm sure they've said some fucking crazy things. Like, are they that fucking much of pussies in this world? And then this is like the Makachev fans in the comment section of JDM's wife's Instagram.
By the way, I should have brought this up, but allegedly she posted, we're going to Islam's funeral or something like that. And now there's a couple people commenting Islam gifts in her comments on her public Instagram account. So let's even pretend she didn't say that. Because if she said it, I mean, that totally justifies this. But let's just say she didn't say it, okay? Let's watch.
Some of them are nice. And all these clowns that are commenting. And I do want to point that out. And that's something I am going to say at the end here. And that's where we're going to end things. MMA Makachev, baby crying. All these Makachev gifts non-stop. Like, I do want to mention.
What this dumb incel bitch is trying to say is, well, I'm allowed to spew hateful comments towards Muslim fighters or Dagestan fighters because they comment gifts on it. There's a couple hundred accounts that I'm not even sure are Muslim and or Dagestani commenting on someone's public Instagram a gif of a fucking fighter. Try me a rip. You know how poor that excuse is? I mean, I'm so tired of seeing people cry about that. There's a lot of fans.
Once again, dude, this guy's full of shit, man. This guy's full of shit. This guy's full of fucking shit, man. This guy's full of fucking shit. I was wondering why the fuck he's showing this anyway, because nobody gives a fuck about these comments. It was such a side note in this whole thing. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. And oh my god, these guys are just so annoying because like, oh, like the lack of fucking truth is crazy. And like, just say the fucking truth. Like, stop trying to piece things together to make somebody look bad. Just say it. Just say it for what the fuck it is. But obviously you're on record saying you don't like Guru, so you can't even keep it fair and down the middle. You got everything you got to say. It got to be some sensationalized shit as to why Guru's doing this bad, doing that bad, doing this bad. Listen, okay? This isn't the reason why Guru's saying, okay? This wasn't, okay, let me put it like this. This isn't Guru's main point as to why he's allowed to shit talk the Muslim fighters, all right? I do get what Joey's trying to say, which is, you know, he's trying to say Guru's justifying why he feels he can talk shit to Muslim fighters. Well, Guru did justify why he feels he can talk shit to Muslim fighters, and I think it was something along the lines that, number one, they're in his chat, and if they're in his chat, he can talk shit back to them too. I'm fine with that. It is what it is. Again, do I think he pushes it a little bit too far sometimes? I do. Genuinely, I do. But I don't know what they're saying to him in the chat to get him to say that shit. Is he probably coping? Yes, a little bit. Let's just keep it a buck. Guru is probably coping a little bit. You know what I mean? Anyway, not only that though, Guru says he receives DMs from the Muslim fans or the Dagestani fans, okay? When he receives these DMs, they're threats towards minors in his family, where he guesses their names, guesses like where they live and shit like that. And so that has really offended Guru, okay? Extremely offended Guru that these Muslim fighters will DM him people in his family's name, minors. All right, so that's why Guru explains why he feels super passionate towards the Muslims. Do I think that that's why? Maybe. Or maybe he's making an excuse because he doesn't like them. But then my question would be, well, then why don't you like him? And it would probably be because of what they've DM'd him and shit like that. But again, I don't know who started it first because I don't follow Guru like that. Did Guru open the floodgates by speaking this stuff to begin with when it wasn't warranted? Or did the Muslim fans open the floodgates by DMing him, hating on him, but then that would have been for no reason, right? So my point is either Guru or the Muslims were hating on one or the other for no fucking reason, and it opened the floodgates for this fucking civil war between Guru and the Muslims. Okay, that's the full breakdown. That's the fair breakdown. That is the truth. All right. These guys, especially Joey, is saying everything like he knows it as fact. And the truth is we don't, bro. All we can do is speculate. But then speculate. You know what I mean? And keep it down the fucking middle. Like I said, somebody between Guru and the Muslim fans started this civil war. Somebody dissed somebody when it wasn't warranted. And it opened the floodgates. You guys can tell me who dissed who first. But that's what it's really coming down to. You know what I mean? The Muslim fans, they are talking shit to Guru. Guru is talking shit back. Guru gave his example as to why he's talking shit back. So now the real question is, well then who started this whole thing? Who started this whole thing? We don't know. But maybe some diehard Guru fans can let me know. But yeah, who the fuck started this whole thing? That's really where we're at. But I guess we can just keep listening to this dude spew bullshit for another 25 minutes.
Who are particularly weird. And I do not believe that you should be harassing people on social media. But to say...
Jacob is about to chin Joey for this video. Bro, I was literally scratching my fucking head for a second. Joey out of his fucking mind. I barely believe anything he says.
Hey, there was a fight and somebody, I don't even know if they're Muslim or they're Dagestani or they're even Middle Eastern at all. They commented, there was a couple hundred of them, a couple dozen of them maybe even, commented gifs of Islam Makhachev. So that gives me every right to call every single one of them a rapist or a pedo, or talk about sending in nukes, or talk about crying at the border. That is essentially his argument as he cries throughout this.
That's not his argument, and I just explained it to you guys. His argument, the reason why he says that stuff, he claims, is because they DM him stuff with, again, minors in his family. They name them. So it's like if I had a little sister who's 16 named fucking Jessica, okay, and a Dagestani fucking fighter or account DM me saying, Jessica lives over here. That's what Guru says he gets DMs like from the Muslim fans. That's why he feels he can talk shit to them. Not because of this, dude. This dude is so disingenuous, and you guys already know this shit pisses me the fuck off. Disingenuous pisses me the fuck off. And you're trying to be right, bro, but you're lying to be right. You're lying to be right. You're taking his weakest point and morphing it into this is his explanation as to why he feels he can talk shit on the fighters. No, he was actually just saying that the Muslim fighters have an extremely toxic fan base, and it's not the Muslims. It's the American fans who are fans of the Dagestani fighters. That's really what this little thing that I'm putting my mouse around is. That's what this was. That's what this segment was. This dude is off. What a terrible fucking video, bro.
Video, but they commented gifs. I mean, think about how stupid that is when you really say it out loud. Man, this is really wrong, man. A public Instagram, they commented it. I mean, in the dozens. I mean, it's so fucking stupid.
You're stupid as fuck, and move on from your stupid as fuck point because it's not even fucking accurate. If you want to speak on what you're speaking about, then fast forward and react to that clip. Let's see if he even does.
Tweeted this out. There's someone basically quote tweeted the tweet he just looked at. I'm not going to click on it. Making jokes about Muslim women and children getting bombed and calling an entire religion pedophiles is okay because some fans comment gifs on fighters' IG pages. These are deeply unserious, low IQ people who will go to great lengths to defend their deeply held bigotry. That's facts, man. I'm just putting it out there. Don't hate the messenger. That's just the facts around here. It really is. I mean, it's sad. It's a sad reality of it, but it really is. They're like, oh man. I mean, think about how stupid of a justification that is. Like, imagine we were debating that. And I say, hey man, these comments you made were pretty fucked up. I mean, I know maybe you were joking, maybe you were playing a character, but it's pretty messed up. He's like, well, there's some people commenting gifs of a Muslim Dagestani fighter on someone's.
I mean, shit, this is like proof. This is proof that he's making all his takes off of tweets. This is where he's getting it from. A tweet. He didn't even watch the whole video. Or else he would have known better. So it's almost clear as day he didn't even watch Guru's full video, yet here he is trying to react to it. Didn't even watch the full video. Doesn't even know that there's actually a part where Guru talks about why he talks to the fans the way he does. There's genuinely a part where he actually explains it, and it's not this fucking part. It's not. I'm about to lose my fucking shit.
Public Instagram page who talked about the fight. And this is the same guy, if I'm not mistaken, who was openly trying to brew hate towards Ian Machado Gary and his wife. Was he crying then when they were attacking his wife? Oh no, because she was involved somewhat, right? But
yes, and I just gotta sorry to keep pausing it, but I just want to be super crystal fucking clear. This guy Zave Wonderbread MMA, okay, this is his opinion. MMA Guru is justified in what he says about these people. If you harass fighters' family, you're a scum of the earth. This is his opinion. This isn't Guru's opinion. I hope you guys are understanding this. This is Zave's opinion. This is not Guru's fucking opinion or what Guru said. This is what another person is saying. This dude is retarded. This dude is retarded. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, now it's a problem, man. There's dozens of people, man. Maybe 100 people commented gifs. What are we ever going to... Can we track every single one of them down via their IP address and throw them in jail? Oh, wait, we only care about gifs when it's...
Can I throw you in jail for this stupid-ass fucking video?
Muslim fighters. What about... Has he made any videos crying about Alex Pereira fans? Huh? I'm sure there's Alex Pereira fans in comments that are harassing people. I hope he has a video on that as well. I mean, to justify, like, man, these people are so weird. But let's call them inbred. You know, let's call them pedophiles. Let's make fun of, you know, sending nukes into Dagestan. Yeah, oh, real good one. You got him there. Now, there's a lot of people who have said, they said, Joey, you're just looking for clout and you had nothing to do with this. Okay. And at the end of the day, I mean, you can go back and read my tweet. I never begged for a podcast to be canceled. I never even mentioned Demetrious Johnson. Okay. But let's be real. The reason that the show was canceled, whether you want to say Guru quit, which is his side of the story, or, you know, Mighty Mouse Demetrious Johnson kicked him to the curb, it was my doing. I've ignored this guy for years. He said weird things about me. I don't pay attention to him. I don't watch him. I know people say, Joe, you're lying. I see clips on Twitter on occasion, and they're like, you're lying, Joe.
I see buyer seller saying, how about Joey and Guru getting the octagon? Bro, I got a better idea. These guys just need to fuck already. Oh my goodness, the sexual tension I'm sensing between these guys is crazy. Hey, can I get one of my AI boys to make a video like they made of Islam and fucking Ali Abdelaziz kissing. If any of you boys can make me that AI video, I'll post it. If any of you guys can make me that AI video of MMA Joey and MMA Guru kissing, please, somebody please make me an AI video of these guys fucking kissing each other. Islam Makhachev and fucking Ali Abdelaziz. Please. The sexual tension between these guys is crazy, I feel like.
You watch all this stuff and I have a life outside of this.
For the record, I think MMA Joey has more gay tension towards Guru than Guru does towards him. Just for the record, I do think he has more sexual tension towards Guru.
I have a lot of shit going on outside of this. But my first interaction, my first tweet, and I mentioned him in a video for like 2 minutes. You can go check out that video. I'll link it down in the description. I broke this dude. I made him quit. And you'll hear from himself, you know. And now he's in this first clip. He's crying about me lying in my tweet. You can see he's just a broken man.
What even made the whole Twitter thing pop off? It was Joey tweeted a fake thing about me insulting women, Palestinian children, and some shit.
Go cry at the border. Go cry at the border. Let me in. It sounds awful like a woman's voice. But either way, that's pretty on the nose if you ask me. People can disagree with me. I'm sure his fans will be in the comments. Joey, you're lying, man. You're exploiting this for views and clicks. I'd never mentioned this dude basically in my entire course of my channel because I know a lot of people who build their channels off clout chasing bigger names. That's basically what he did. And that's not something I want to do. But this dude now went on a stream and talked mad shit because I tweeted out saying he was a piece of shit. That's it. I called him out because no one else would. And I saw this as disgusting. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. I don't care. I don't mind. Hate me all you want. Put it on my shoulders. I'll take it right now. I'll take all the hate. Get down in the comments. I love watching you cope and seethe. But yeah, he's saying I'm lying. He's crying.
Other people did it right after the event and they got like a few thousand views. But then everyone started piling on and it was just what it was. But it's good. It made me more popular. This video is going to bang. So yeah, I'm good with it. Just because Guru named his stream what it's named, it doesn't mean he literally got cancelled. He made the call. I did make the call, yeah. I could have strung it along and changed, but I did make the call in the end.
He was given an ultimatum. He was kicked off the show. That's what he was. But, oh yeah, I had to quit. I made this man quit. Okay? According to him, I made him quit. You don't believe me? That wasn't on the nose enough because people are like, Joe, you're trying to make yourself, you're clout chasing, trying to make yourself feel important. Let's see what Guru thinks. Let's see what, he already said it was Joey that made this all pop off. Let's listen.
No, Joey didn't own me. Just the fucking shit popping off on Twitter has to make me announce it now rather than stringing it along and hopefully having a clean dismount. But this works better because big views, video coming out. I get a video out of it. It's pretty good. But Joey did make me call the fucking pod off officially earlier than I was going to. I was going to wait until this whole thing died down and then I was going to do it, but he just...
So there you go. You heard it. I mean, we should listen to that again. I know there's some Guru fans watching this video right now, combing over this video. Like, man, Guru owns you, buddy. He's got subs and views, buddy. Let's listen to this. First time I ever interacted with this dude. Basically the first time I ever interacted with him. Let's see what he has to say.
But Joey did make me call the fucking pod off officially.
Call me Cyril Gone because I just made this little bitch from the UK quit. Call me Cyril Gone. Let's listen to that one more time. Music to my fucking ears. Music to my ears. Quit.
But Joey did make me call the fucking pod off officially earlier than I was going to. I was going to wait until...
There you go. I made him call off the pod. He's a hero. What a nice guy, man. He saved Demetrious. What a swell guy. He said, nah. No, Demetrious told him, tone the shit down or your ass is grass. It's just crazy to me, man. I know there's going to be so many Guru fans watching this video. I made your boy cry like a little bitch and I made him quit a podcast according to him. Because, you know, in the video, he only does this in live streams that he then hides. In the video, he doesn't actually say anything. He doesn't want to say anything about me because he doesn't want to give me any attention, which I understand because that's exactly how he built his channel, by punching up at other channels. And in this case, this all just kind of blew up and I'm like, oh, you know what? I got to do a video about this. Everyone's asking me about it. I'm going to have to do a video about it. And I made this dude quit. So if you're a Guru fan watching this video, say, Joey, you're a soy boy. You're a beta male. I made your boy quit with one tweet and one video where he wasn't even in the title. And I talked about him for like 2-3 minutes. So seethe on that. And we're going to expose him, by the way, because he's playing the victim card. He's saying these comments weren't what he basically said they were. He lied about these comments. We're going to...
Took me a second to consider whether or not Joey made him quit or not. And the Jewish producers made Guru quit. The producers made Guru quit. That's my opinion. Yes, Joey put out the video, right? But it's the producers who ultimately took issue with it and relayed it back to DJ and made a stink about it, telling DJ, like, look, you're not going to be able to get sponsorships if you keep doing business with a guy like this, you know? And you really can't be like, are you really sure you want to be platforming a guy who spews hate speech and this and that? Because they know he's about to go fishing with Bryce Mitchell. So they're trying to get ahead of it. Yes, you made a tweet, brother. Yes, you made a tweet. But at the end of the day, the commenters, and more importantly, I think DJ's producers pressed him about it. So for the record, you know what I mean? It's like if DJ's producers never pressed him about it, then your video wouldn't have done shit. But his producers pressed him about it. The fans, I mean, I guess I'll give him half credit. I'll give Joey half credit because of the people who commented on the post he made. Oh my God. Every time I pause it, though, it's a terrible look for him. But producers found out Guru wasn't really Jewish. That's about right, Tyler Betts. Something along those lines. But just want to wrap up the thought real quick. I feel like I'll give MMA Joey 50% credit, okay? Because it was twofold. It was the producers and it was the fan backlash that DJ was getting. It was not the Dagestani fighters. Let's keep that a fucking buck, right? I'm settled on that. That's my take. I'll give MMA Joey 50% credit for getting the platform canceled, but the other 50% credit goes to the producers.
Expose him. Let's pull up some other comments. We're gonna get to those in a second. Next thing I want to show you, okay? 10-7. 10-7. You know, this was a brutal KO. This was like an Israel Adesanya up against the fence, Alex Pereira 2 fight, Slump City. That's what this was. I really like this tweet, so I wanted to show you guys. That's absolutely hilarious. It's just funny to me. The reason I find this thing so funny is because this guy is the king of trying to bully people. He was bullying that woman media member for asking a question because he didn't like her body enough. He was beefing with Nina Drama and saying, you've talked to someone who made mean comments before, so therefore you can't stand up for someone that I'm bullying for no fucking reason. And now I made this little bully cry with one fucking tweet and one video. Cry so much that he said, oh, I gotta call it quits on the Mighty Guru show before he boots me off. Absolutely hilarious. Love that tweet. Next thing I want to show you.
Bro, we didn't give a fuck about what he says about Nina Drama or I know who you're talking about, Amy Kaplan. Shout out Amy Kaplan. Since you got fucking roasted for your fucking physique, I'll give you a shout. You know what I mean? You're talking about Amy Kaplan. And I don't give a fuck that he dissed her. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up, dude. Please.
This is just fat. Man, I had so many bangers today. You guys should go follow me on Twitter.
Quite the opposite.
Demetrious Johnson, this was before he even made his video or anything. I called this. I knew I can read these people. I can read this insecure beta male, pathetic incel. Demetrious Johnson kicked Guru to the curb like he has some moral high ground. He platformed a guy who is openly racist, xenophobic, Islamophobic for some extra views and monetary gain. Now that he's scared fighters might turn on him and cost him more than Guru's worth. Mighty Mouse does not get out of this with a clean bill of health. He's a fucking clown. That is a fact. He used Guru for clout and money, and now when it's not...
Miata boy, that's a great correction that I have to acknowledge. Sorry for the side note, boys, but it's important. You know what I mean? Timelines are important with these guys because they be fucking lying. Hold on. Because it's clear as day, right? The information that we have is that DJ and Guru... Okay, we got to really get to the bottom of this. Hang on. YouTube. The fact checking is crazy on these guys. This is going to be my new segment. Fact checking fucking MMA Joey. Mighty Guru, right? Or just Mighty. Oh, get this off my thing. Let me just see what day this is.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Get off my telly, DJ. We're pissed at you right now. We're pissed at you right now, brother. November 17th, okay, is when it premiered. So if it premiered on November 17th, that was a Monday, right? And that means they had to have filmed it on Sunday. So they filmed it on Sunday. This is what I'm getting to. They filmed it on Sunday, and where DJ said they spoke off camera before the podcast even started, right? So they acknowledged what he said about the Muslims before their podcast started on Sunday, the 16th, right? Hence their podcast premiered Monday the 17th. Okay. So let's line up this timeline with MMA Joey and see. I don't know. Let's find out. When did he post the video? Dude, what's wrong with this guy? Why the fuck did I just scroll through like 6 fucking pictures of his face? Okay. So I revoke that. Thank you, Miata boy. I gave this motherfucker who can't get a good fucking freeze frame to save his life. I gave him 50% credit for getting the show canceled. I take that back. I give him 0% credit for getting the show canceled. All right? Because here's why. He posted this tweet on November 18th. The podcast was posted on November 17th. It was filmed on the 16th. On the 16th, they had the conversation about what he fucking said. Talking about Guru during his UFC 322 main event live stream. Okay? So this dude didn't do shit. This dude didn't do shit. The conversation was already being had. All this did was escalate a conversation that was already taking place. All right? So MMA Joey really... he had nothing to do with the cancellation of the podcast. I guess other than, MMA Guru did admit that Joey, these are Guru's words, he admitted Joey made him end the podcast sooner than he expected, but it was already in the works, bro. It was already in the works. He was already getting pressed about it before this video was even posted. Before they even filmed the podcast, he was getting pressed about it. So, DJ2, we got to go back and watch, not tonight, but I'm going to go back and rewatch DJ's video when I get off stream, because DJ was saying how he was at this event and his producers came up to him with this clip that they showed him. So I want to know what night his producers showed him that clip, because that's what he said. I don't go on Twitter. My producers made me aware of it. So I want to know what day his producers made him aware of it. Or when he claims, you know what I mean?
Essentially beneficial to him. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Now he's cutting ties. I really think, I know people are thinking I'm hating on Guru in this video. I'm just speaking my mind and speaking the facts, and I get some of it is, hateful towards him. Well, not really, it's just me speaking facts. But Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson deserves a lot of hate for this. He doesn't get to cut ties here and say, oh, everything's good, boys. No worries about this, man. I didn't know anything about him, man. Well, you knew you could get views off of him. You knew you could pander to a certain subset of the community off of him. But now, it's not like you cut ties with him on Saturday night. It's not like you cut ties on him on Sunday or Monday. You did the podcast with him afterwards, so I don't know when exactly that was filmed. But now, once it's no longer beneficial because you're getting too much backlash, now you want to cut ties. So he's an embarrassment. Next thing I want to show you. MMA Guru wants to talk shit because I tweeted facts calling him out for the piece of shit he is. DJ kicked him to the curb. That's not my fault. Now he's crying because I got him canceled. What a fucking beta male incel. How fucking pathetic. He's played the victim in all this. Instead of saying, you know what? What he should have said is, you know what? I said what I said. I said it with my chest, which he doesn't. Again, it's a whistle. It's a dog whistle. That's all it is. Nobody calls it out, and he gets away with it because he's a bully and people are scared of his community going after them, which will never be me. Don't care. Don't give a rat's ass. But now that he's called out and people are criticizing him, he's like, oh, not me, man. I didn't say anything wrong, man. Which, by the way, if you think maybe those comments earlier were taken out of context or misrepresented, we're gonna get to something else. But there's a couple other tweets I want to read to you. Okay, we have this because this is his original response about oh, this is my response for the Mighty Guru.
And just real quick, adding a little bit more context, because Miata Boy did inform me that in his video, DJ said they showed him the clip at the 1FC event. The 1FC event was Saturday night after UFC 322. So, I mean, technically, DJ's producers showed him a clip the night of the fights. The night of the fights, they were on Guru's ass about that. DJ's producers. You feel me? So, low-key, the producers, they got a vendetta out for Guru. They wasted no time. That same night, they send in that shit to Mighty Mouse right away. So, okay. Mighty Mouse was shown the night of the fights, and that's why he came up to Guru Sunday before they filmed the podcast to press him about it. Okay, it all makes perfect sense. Too bad this dipshit didn't do that research beforehand. He just said he didn't know when. He didn't know when fucking Mighty Mouse found out.
Show being over. And this is really facts. And this really articulates my thoughts very clearly. This beta male talked shit for years, and with one tweet, I had him crying like a little bitch on stream because Minnie Mouse kicked him to the curb. What a pathetic disgrace of a human being. He sent his little minions after me, but I love watching them seethe and cope. I love watching the seethe and cope. I mean, this is just fact. I'm not scared of these clowns. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know, comment. You know what you guys should, don't you dare comment any gifts on my Instagram. I'll be really upset. I might have to make a video about this. This dude, the funniest thing about this.
This dude's video is literally him reading us his fucking tweets. This is like the third tweet that he's read to us that he's made. Dude, nobody gives a fuck. Honestly. On the hottest fucking topic, you're getting 17.2k views, 559 likes. On the hottest topic that you're literally in the middle of. Clearly your takes aren't really taken. You feel me? Clearly your takes aren't taken, homie.
He's getting a taste of his own medicine and he doesn't like it. People are bothering him. People are complaining to him. People are criticizing him. And because he's so insecure and he's such a soft little incel who hides in his house 24/7, he's like, oh, no, everyone loves me, man. I got my community. I got my thousands of people who watch me, my tens of thousands of people who watch me, and they love me. He's insulated himself with this group of people that suck him off 24/7. And now he's gotten away with bullying people because he's quote unquote
Jelous Joey, man. Jelous Joey. That's everybody's dream, bro. Shut the fuck up. Credit to Guru, bro. Credit to Guru for that. I want that too, bro. I want that too. Jelous fucking Joey. Jelous Joey, boys. Another fucking freeze frame where he can't get it right. Jelous Joey. Jelous Joey. You know he low-key jealous about Mighty Mouse and Guru's podcast to begin with. I think he might have wished it was him, which just speaks to how delusional he is, but hey, that's an assumption. I don't know that to be a fact, but something tells me Joey sits up at night thinking to himself, that should have been me on Mighty Mouse's podcast. That should have been me. That should have been me. Jelous Joey. Ah. Almost done, boys. Almost done.
Popular in the community when really people are just scared about being harassed by him in his community. He's gotten away with it for so long. And now he gets a little bit of backlash and he's got to play the victim. I just really think it's embarrassing and pathetic. And the other thing I want to show you is we're going to get into some content that he's made. Okay. Because if you want to say, maybe I took the other things out of context or maybe I misrepresented them, which I do not believe that I did. Let's see what also he said. You know, MMA Guru sitting there laughing at Cheeto Vera's daughter on a live stream and cashing super chats off of it. Listen, I'm not going to play this whole thing. It's 3 minutes, 4 minutes long almost. We'll listen to it.
Thank you for the $2 too, John Joe.
I also just low-key feel like when somebody says, I don't feel like I did, right? Like, what did he say just a second ago? I just want to pick this dude apart.
Also, he said, you know, MMA Guru sitting there laughing at Cheeto Vera's daughter on a live stream and represented, which I do not believe. Content that he's made, okay? Because if you want to say, maybe I took the other things out of context or maybe I misrepresented them, which I do not believe that I did.
Which I do not believe that I did. You know what I mean? Dude, if you didn't, you would say that definitively. You would say, no, I fucking didn't. You wouldn't hear me saying, I don't believe that I, misrepresented. No, I definitely didn't fucking misrepresent. You feel me? You say you don't believe you misrepresented because you know what you're doing, homie.
Let's see what also he said. You know, MMA Guru sitting there laughing at Cheeto Vera's daughter on a live stream and cashing super chats off of it. Listen, I'm not going to play this whole thing. It's 3 minutes, 4 minutes long almost. We'll listen to it.
Thank you for the $2 too, John Joe. Guys, seriously, stop letting me profit off of this.
His chat is making fun of Cheeto Vera's disabled daughter. He's like, stop letting me profit off this, boys. Stop. Who cares? Who cares?
Thank you for the $2 barbecue Kermit. I appreciate you. Chael in Fedor fight versus Vera's daughter in Smart Off. I don't know. Thank you for the $2. Chael in Fedor fight versus Vera's daughter. Okay. Stop. Vera's daughter though.
Stop the cap.
And this goes on. I mean, this is 3 minutes long. We're not going to listen to all that. So to act like he hasn't made abhorrent comments before, which we're going to get to more. This was a couple years ago. You can say that's what he was referencing when he said like 2020 comments or whatever. But there's more. Let's get to some more. We don't need to just look at that. Let's check out this. He made a video, and you guys know I don't like Michael Chandler at all. I think Michael Chandler's a fucking weirdo. Get Out Part 2. Look at that in the thumbnail. Look right below the mouse right now. Get Out Part 2. He's basically making it seem like Michael Chandler is adopting black kids for some sinister, malicious motive. I mean, talk about a low-hanging fruit, all because there was a tweet from a podcast that went viral. So he said, oh no, this tweet went viral. I got to try to make a video about this. Fucking disgraceful and embarrassment. And you guys know I don't even like Chandler. I'll play you a clip from the video. Let's check it out. Is this taken out of context?
Oh, this tweet went viral. I gotta make a video out of this. Sounds a lot like somebody I'm fucking listening to right fucking now, bro. Sounds a lot like somebody I'm listening to right fucking now. A lot of the things this guy says towards MMA Guru is literally, what's the fucking word? What's the word? You are, let me find the right word real quick. This dude is the definition of projecting. This dude projects. A lot of things he's saying about MMA Guru are the truth about himself. Genuinely. This dude's been projecting all fucking video. What the fuck? He's literally denouncing his chat comments. Projection, yeah. Mark Hatch, thank you. You already knew. Projecting, 100%. All this dude be doing is projecting, bro. Virtue signaling, clout chaser, yes. And, Tom Berry, since I gotta keep it a buck, I was in the middle. You know, I was conflicted with Guru again because, yes, he was denouncing some of his chats, but he didn't make just one joke about Cheeto's daughter being a vegetable. He made two. He made two, bro. And I didn't like that. You know what I mean? Also, in his video that he made, he played it off like he only said it the one time. But I caught it. He made two jokes. The other joke was about Tom Aspinall head kicking Cheeto's daughter, and then he said that Aspinall would like kick in a cabbage or something like that. So this, I did, you know, he denounced it, but he also crossed the line twice.
Context. Because he's mad. Because Michael Chandler said, so many things about adopting Ace are going to bring me joy, but watching him take on a role as a big brother might take the cake. Prayed every single night for a year for a baby brother with skin like him. Now he's elated and just so happens to be the best big brother on the planet. Thank you, Jesus. And basically, Guru was fixated on the fact that he wanted a brother with skin like his. This is a kid. You're telling me you wouldn't see a kid say, Mom, Dad, why am I a different skin color than you? And I have a brother that's the same, like, and this dude's making a whole fucking 27-minute hit piece about Michael Chandler's kids. Like, fucking weird, man. Listen to it for yourself.
We'll get to in a second, which completely exposes Michael Chandler for the things that he's saying in this interview as a liar, and I think adds a different layer of context to his adoption preferences that makes it a little bit sinister.
Sinister. Chandler, how dare Michael Chandler adopt black kids? That is sinister. This guy is a racist piece of shit. It's so clear to me. And if it's not clear to you there, oh, this is going to get a lot of people eat it. Don't get me wrong, because people misrepresent my opinion on this. What Raja Jackson did was terrible. But people like Guru use this as a way to be racist while saying, oh, man, I'm just saying, man, this isn't racist. And I mean, listen, anybody with 2 ears and a brain can listen to this and say that he's lining it with racial undertones. Just listen to it.
End of this video, you are going to find it very hard to disagree with me when I say that Raja Jackson is a dumb animal that belongs in a fucking cage for the next 30 to 40 years. End of discussion.
Look at the way he like stares at the camera. Let you guys know. See, I'm pandering to you guys. You like that? Listen to that again. Let's rewind it back a little bit.
Yes. But by the end of this video, you are going to find it very hard to disagree with me when I say that Raja Jackson is a dumb animal that belongs in a fucking cage for the next 30 to 40 years. End of discussion.
No, that was a racist dog whistle. And please tell me, for the people who are going to defend him and say, well, he's saying he's uncivilized, he's an animal. Since when do animals attack each other in wrestling rings? Okay? And he knows what he was doing there. And if that wasn't good enough, let's.
What a stupid fucking point, bro. Shut the fuck up again. And aren't you the same guy? Isn't this the same guy who said something about, like, Raja Jackson is, like, innocent or something like that? Or he said something, right? I know he got backlash for, basically having like an opposite take. Same reason why Chael Sonnen got backlash is why this dude got backlash, I believe.
Take a listen to this. Somebody clip this. Good. I mean, I bet you there's plenty of clips that I missed that I wouldn't have. That people can send me if they want, I guess. A lot of people have sent me clips, but listen to this.
Should be able to call him the word. Let's just call it what it is. You do some shit like that, I think that the ultimate sentence would be all of us joining in and saying it, bro. I should be able to call him the word and no one should care. He's an attempted murderer, man, over nothing. Over nothing. I should be able to call him whatever I want. You know what I mean?
So here he is advocating for calling Raja Jackson the N-word. And this is who Mighty Mouse is hanging out with. This is who Mighty Mouse is hanging out with. That's the type of person he's hanging out with. I mean, talk about disgraceful. And if that's not good enough for you guys, if that's not enough, you know, let's listen to his Piotr Jan Marab rant after Marab beat Piotr Jan.
Oh, why do I keep having to pause it, bro? The shit that this dude's pointing out, like, yeah, I'm not for people saying the N-word either, like, 100%. But, like, and he didn't even say it, but the stuff you're highlighting and trying to, like, gaslight him for, it's not hitting, bro. It's not fucking hitting like you think it is. Like, at all. Like, you thought that was a slam dunk on him a second ago? Did you? You must have thought that was a slam dunk on MMA Joey. The way you went back to the screenshot of him on podcast with Demetrious Johnson immediately after he said he feels like he should be able to call Raja Jackson the N-word. I bet you felt like that was a super slam dunk.
Both guys land shots at the end. It's over. Jan lost to Marab 5-0. Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck! Nothing will change the fact that you're 5'5". Nothing will change the fact that you're fucking hideously ugly. You look 70. If you weren't in good shape, you'd look 70 years of age. You're fucking hideous and you're a cuck. Fucking clapped ugly nose fuck.
I actually find this kind of funny just because this dude gets no pussy ever. He's never fucked a girl. He's a virgin. He hangs out, chilling here in his beanie 24/7 with his ugly ass ginger beard, never talking to any women ever, never hanging out with any women ever, never touched a woman his entire life. And here he is saying, oh, he's so ugly, man. I mean, imagine sitting around judging men like that on a consistent basis, judging their looks. I wonder if he's secretly gay. You know, he doesn't like gay people. You know, he makes videos about John Jones being homosexual. Like, that isn't a desperate attention grab. But here he is calling people.
Now we got Joey acting like he be getting a lot of puss too, bro. And it's like, Joey, I don't know, bro. I know Guru, he openly admits, even in his video he posted yesterday, he straight up said, I get no puss. I get no puss. Ain't even no allegations on me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, bro, what you done? Cracked one chick? Max 2? Come on, bro. Why are you guys attacking each other over this shit?
Ugly. Meanwhile, he's the most insecure, pathetic man I've ever seen. And I guarantee the highlight of his...
And I just want to say this, right? In all the streams that I've done, right? When do I start going after somebody being like, talking about how they can't have sex with chicks? Only these guys do that. Do you think it comes from their sexual fucking tension or something like that, or frustration? Oh, AJD says he's married. Joey is married. All right. Yeah, so he probably got like one chick. Maybe two. But again, these guys are the ones who are going after this shit. Like, I don't know why.
Life is. I have subscribers. I have views. That's my entire self-worth. That's all it is. I'm going to be racist. I'm going to hate on Muslims. I'm going to say this and that because I got views and subs. I don't have any fucking friends. I'm an incel who's stocking up on lotion at Costco. But yeah, this guy's ugly, man, because he won a fight. He doesn't like fighters, and this represents such a large portion of the MMA community. He does not like fighters based on the region of the world they are from, based on their religion. It's so clear. And this has become normalized in the community. I don't even want to talk about this. People are like, Joey, you bring this up. I don't even want to talk about this.
To you guys who says he's married, he's not wearing a wedding ring. Is there any footage of this dude and his wife at all? Any footage just to confirm it? Proof or it didn't happen? Anyone can pay a prostitute, it's not a flex. Everybody, he's married to a bag of Cheetos. Married to whom? Who's his wife? I would love to see his wife. I would love to see his girl.
And this has become normalized in the community. I don't even want to talk about this. People are like, Joey, you bring this up. I don't even want to talk about this. This has become normalized. And nobody says anything. I feel like the media starts joining in. They're, oh yeah, this and that. They make up fake narratives. This guy's a fucking clown. He's a disgrace. And if that doesn't all prove it, let's end with this. MMA Guru and Bryce Mitchell wet blankets his way to a 29-28 decision versus when Hamzat ragdolls DDP for 5 rounds and wins a dominant 50-41. Let's take a listen.
And that's what you get. You just got Dagestani, boy. You just got out Dagestani by a Bryce Mitchell feller. This is America, brother. Clean win from Bryce Mitchell. Back to his position against the cage, holding another man up against the cage and knee in the thigh. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. I'm not making this shit up. They avoid combat at all costs. You are a pussy human. Get out of this combat sport.
Now, let's listen to the Bryce part.
And that's what you get. You just got Dagestani, boy. You just got out Dagestani by a Bryce Mitchell feller.
This guy is deeply upset that his great white hope, Jack Della Maddalena, got dominated by Islam Makhachev, one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. And so he has to make comments about grape, about bombing Dagestan, and about going to cry at a border, begging to be let in, because what's probably going on in your country? And then after all that, his podcast gets canceled. The Mighty Guru Show, sponsored by Prize Picks, gets canceled, and this motherfucker's got to cry. It really is pathetic. Cry. It's embarrassing. It really is. But you know what? Let's go back and listen to this. let's listen to this one more time before we end the video. Okay, let's listen to this one more time. Let's just rewind it back a little bit. Let's just rewind it back a little bit here. Let's listen.
I get a video out of it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he doesn't care as long as he gets a video out of it.
But Joey did make me call the fucking pod off officially earlier than I was going to. I was going to wait until...
Yeah, I made him call off the podcast like the little bitch, incel, pathetic piece of shit that he is. Look, I'm not sitting here trying to clout chase this dude. So this isn't going to be like a every week occurrence on the channel. But this dude deserves to be called out more. And I guarantee my tweet, my video from the other day, this video will inspire more people to have the courage to call this clown out. Because really, I think it's infested a large portion, especially of the terminally online MMA fan base. And I'm sick and tired of hearing dumbass fake narratives solely based on their religions or the region of the world that they are from. It's absolutely insane to me when people are like, Hamza missed weight, man. Look at the scale. Robert Whittaker weighed in the exact same fucking way. Bet you this clown probably said that. Would bet right now. Easy work. Definitely said it. I'm trying to think of another one right off the top of my head. But these guys, these people in the MMA community do this type of stuff because it's what generates them clicks and views. And Guru had done this for years. Mighty Mouse all of a sudden gets a little bit of backlash and said, oh man, and you got to tone it down, brother. Please tone it down for me, Guru. Please turn it down. It's just an embarrassment all the way around. He wants to be the hero. I backed out on a court of Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse says, tone it down. You asked him to do a podcast, dude. You can't get through 2 episodes without asking him to tone it down. You're a bitch too. The GOAT flyweight. Yeah, fucking right. Pantoja surpassed him a while ago. And I've been saying that for a while. He was fighting underdeveloped competition. And I respect DJ for what he's done in the sport. Like, let's stop acting like this dude's a GOAT. And all he does, I've listened to some of his content. Really, some of the clips, it's all rhetoric and jargon. Like, yeah, man, outside foot position and this and that and lead check hook and the lateral movement and blah, blah, blah. He's got to close the distance and manage the rein and outside foot position. I know this guy's a fighter. I know he knows some technical jargon, but this dude's just grifting the MMA community because he's insecure that the MMA community didn't accept him when he was fighting in the UFC, and he's desperately longing for that. And that's why he matched up with this dude, MMA Guru, to begin with. So that pretty much wraps it up, boys. If you don't think he said the original comments, I guess all this will suffice. You know, dirty animal or whatever he said, underdeveloped animal. I don't remember exactly what it was about Roger Jackson, the Chandler stuff and his kids. It's just a disgrace, man. It's just a disgrace. I, for one, I never asked for the Mighty Guru show to be canceled. I'd rather get 6 root canals and sit through a Mighty Guru podcast, but it is what it is. It's gone. It's gone. And for those people who are going to cry and seethe about it, cry and seethe about it, because this type of behavior has become normalized in the MMA community. And even though he has the quote,
Jelous Joey. This dude spewed a bunch of bullshit for 51 minutes, bro. I was gonna tell you guys, like, how the fuck does this guy say nothing for 51 minutes? Is it just me? Like, I don't know, guys. Is it just me? Or, like, Mighty Mouse be saying nothing? This dude be saying nothing? I didn't say that about Guru. At least Guru acknowledged some of the stuff, but he did minimize it. And that comes with the game. But at least he acknowledged some stuff, bro. At least he was reading text messages from Demetrious, giving us timelines and stuff like that. Demetrious said not shit, and this dude didn't say shit. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm frustrated just because I just sat through a 51-minute video, and this dude just read off his tweets and read a couple other viral tweets that weren't even in proper context. Like, literally, that's what this guy just did for 51 minutes. Read his own tweets, and then read off a couple other viral tweets about the topic that were out of context. That's MMA Joey. But again, MMA Joey has created this persona type thing where he doesn't like Guru. So, like, when you don't like Guru, There's only one way you can make a video. It's all got to be negative. Even if there's something positive, you're going to spin it a different way. And that's why I believe you misrepresented a lot of things. And that's why you even mentioned, if you think I misrepresented it, which I don't think I did. Come on, bro. You first brought up if we think you misrepresented it and you don't think we did. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You had to bring that shit up that you didn't misrepresent him because everybody's calling you out for it and you know you did. And that's why you said, I don't think I did, because you know you did. That's why you said, I don't think so.